Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 60. 60. Wow. I'm your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. Tonight's opening question is, when going to McDonald's, Big Mac, Quarter Pounder, or McNuggets? Cyrus Martin.
Only two choices?
Three. I give you three choices.
Big Mac,
Big Mac, Quarter Pounder.
or McNuggets. Well, my problem with the Big Mac is that it's slippery. It slips as you try to eat, like the bread and the meat, and they slip and they try to shoot out like fear, and so I don't like that.
What?
The center bun. I know what he's talking about.
How many McNuggets?
Whatever you want. Like, okay, you're going
pack?
to order, and these are your three choices. Which one? You
probably 10-piece, right? Because that's what the meal is.
It's a standard, a 10-piece.
Yeah,
I'll take the 10-piece.
Okay. All right, Lainey.
10-piece McNuggets with a sweet and sour sauce.
McNuggets for life.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's another question. So which sauce do you go with?
Sweet and sour.
I go with that mustard. What is that mustard?
What, really? Oh, I'm barbecue. I'm keeping barbecue all the way.
Man, barbecue's
Why
good.
would you get barbecue sauce from McDonald's, you fucking hoser? Like,
'Cause
that doesn't
it's
make
good.
any sense.
Although
Double Quarter Pounder, yes, Xavier.
But are we all agreeing on nuggets?
No, I would actually go double Quarter Pounder. That's usually my go-to.
Double? You didn't say double Quarter Pounder. You said quarter.
Okay,
pounder.
fine. Double Quarter Pound.
Anybody
Big
on this
Mac,
panel ever
double
gotten a
Quarter
McDonald's?
Pounder.
You have
Nuggets.
changed the fucking rules again in the middle of the damn question.
I did not. All right.
You fucking said quarter pounder.
Okay,
You didn't say
it's up to you.
double.
Okay, so if double Quarter Pounder is your choice, which one?
Well, double quarter pounder.
Well,
'cause
then,
that's
okay.
Wait, a question. Is a double Quarter Pounder just called a half pounder?
No, it's called a double Quarter Pounder, and it's not called a half pounder because then people would realize, God, I'm eating a lot of fucking meat. I'm fat as shit. When it's like, oh, double Quarter Pounder. No, that's fine.
You're not even eating that much meat. That's the worst part.
Not. And that's what she said.
That's a great line for the commercial. Double quarter pounder. You're eating a lot of meat because you're fat as shit.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving.
Well, that's a sponsor we just lost.
Oh, don't worry.
Bring me my McNuggets, bitch.
Yeah, there will be plenty of sponsors that will never. Yeah.
Wow.
The reason I asked this question is tonight's main topic is going to be a little odd. We're actually missing the fourth person we're supposed to have tonight.
Yeah, the fuck, brah.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do a topic like this for quite a while now, where we assign parts to each other. Really, and
gross.
So originally tonight's episode was supposed to be myself, Cyrus, Lainey, and our friend Jay. Unfortunately, Jay, whatever.
Jay had better things to do, he said.
Yeah,
he said, I'm not getting on a fucking show with you assholes.
Yeah, he wasn't going to stop in mid-stride to come join this show. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, so what we did was I came up with the idea that we should come up with awesome. Now, going back here for a second, most of us probably remember getting some really awesome toys at McDonald's. I mean, in retrospect, they're not awesome, but for us when we were little, they were.
No, they were too, because they did a whole series during the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World, or like Walt's 100th birthday, and it was Mickey and other five characters in different ride vehicles. That was the shit. Just FYI.
I believe this is a matter of perspective.
No, it's not, because
I will say this. I have seriously thought about going back and buying one of my favorite series from McDonald's. Does anyone want to guess what it was?
Transformers.
I'm sure it was Transformers. I know it was Transformers.
It was kind of Transformers, but it wasn't. It was. Do you remember the McDonald's food that transformed?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I loved those.
Yes.
I had half of them. I didn't have all of them.
I had the McNuggets that turned into a camera.
Yes. And I'm like, those were awesome. I thought those were awesome toys.
You know what I used to have? They used to do chicken nuggets at Halloween, like fake chicken nuggets, and they had different costumes. And I still have those somewhere. They were awesome.
That's actually my new internet name. I'm gonna be adopting fake chicken nuggets.
Fake chicken nugget.
nuggets.
Halloween fake chicken nugget. That's
that
what was good about it.
Dude, that can be your name for our comedy album that we're gonna put together.
Oh God.
It's gonna be awesome.
I bet.
It's gonna be spectacular.
Yes.
Stop it.
So, Si, were there any toys that you remember getting at McDonald's that you really liked?
I remember a lot of toys that came unassembled that you had to break off the things and then snap them together, and they didn't quite fit, and the plastic was kind of warped already.
Of janky ass toys were you guys getting?
We loved them though. We were like, "Oh, these are badass."
I never had to put anything together. It just came ready to go.
Do y'all remember when the boxes, there were parts that like popped out or whatever,
Yes.
and like you turned the box into like a building or something or another?
Yes.
I remember that too. That was awesome.
I
I
remember
remember when the boxes were actually boxes.
Yeah.
You know
Not
what?
just a bag.
This isn't. Okay, let me just preface this.
Preface.
Let me just say that it's not a Happy Meal, but it reminded me of this magazine I used to get whenever we were kids,
Uh-oh.
and it would come in the mail, and it was like highlights or something, and it
Highlights.
had like 3D glasses and shit and little snap out stuff, and you could make stuff out of the magazine. You remember that?
Mhm.
Nickelodeon magazine used to do that too.
This is way before Nickelodeon. We were
Everything in the chat room. I think you're talking about Playmobil. No, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
No, I think he's talking about Playmobil. He's like, it wasn't Lego, but it was something like that. I think it's Playmobil is what you're referring to.
What?
So they're talking, but the chat room is talking about some of their favorite toys. So
Yeah, they did have some good stuff, but they had a lot of crap too. You know?
yeah, I mean, sometimes it was just like, whatever, they just kind of throw something together, and but like I know people who are like big collectors of things like Hot Wheels. So every time like they freaking did they put Hot Wheels in or whatever, they were like, damn it, I got to keep going back like every week or find the right person so I can get the entire set. Cause that was the thing. Like they'd get like 4 or 5, 4 to the 5 and be like, fuck, I just got to get one more. And I'm just
why is everything at McDonald's like that? Like Monopoly or the Happy Meals or whatever. Like you can never find what that one missing thing. It's like
exactly. Yep.
That's McDonald's. That's their method, their MO, as they say.
Yeah, that's why people keep going back.
I remember when the Teeny Beanie Babies came out, and everybody.
Oh, I remember that too. That was insane.
Including this girl right here. They used to do a thing where you could go and like buy a snack and pay extra and get like 3 of them instead of.
Oh, the little cookies that used to come in the little bag
They still have those.
Those were good. I remember
They're
that.
still good.
They do still have the toys, and we don't usually buy the Happy Meals for my boys just because most of the toys they're really not into, at least none of the ones that they've been doing recently they've been into. But yeah, they still have toys. I remember, I think it was in California, some place or another was talking about banning McDonald's from being able to do that because of they thought it promoted obesity. I think that's what it was.
They're trying to take the cartoon characters out of the cereal,
Probably.
commercials. Fucking assholes,
cereal.
man. I'm like, come on, really? We can't have Trickster for kids and shit? Really?
That still exists.
Here's the funny thing, because like the only time I see those commercials, like usually, and it's like Honey Nut Cheerios, they're trying to, it's heart healthy or whatever. I'm like, what happened to the thing? If you actually watch, granted, I don't have cable, but if you actually watch like some of the cable channels that are geared towards kids, they do still have some of those commercials. They're not as
intense.
Remember, remember on Saturday morning back when we were kids, like it was like every commercial break you were hit with what the new toy was, you were hit with the cereal commercial and a McDonald's commercial, and then you went back to whatever.
And it was fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, it was. That was the shit. What's really you see some people like they'll post on YouTube, they still have VHS tapes like they recorded as a kid, and like they'll just put not necessarily the show, but they'll put the commercials that used to play. I love that. That's a trip.
Oh my God, I love those. I saw one of those once, and it was the intro for like the Saturday morning like program that I used to watch, because I grew up in the era of One Saturday Morning when it was like still really good. Oh, it was awesome. It was fucking sweet. I still remember that song. It was so sweet. Oh, loved it. But yeah, and then they break.
We had a period in the 80s where there was literally so much fucking amazing, awesome shit that if you missed a Saturday, like you were devastated.
Oh yeah.
Because there was so many new cartoons that they were just throwing at the fucking wall. And it was like, I never heard of that one. I never heard that. What the fuck? And I can't even remember all the names of all of them, but I remember seeing them and you'd be like, what's Visionaries? What the hell's that? What's Air Raiders? What's Air Raiders?
Do you remember
Spiral Zone? What the fuck?
Do you remember ABC? I know ABC and I think CBS used to do it, but I know ABC and NBC used to do. They would do a Friday night special where they were previewing all the cartoons coming out.
Yep.
That was like.
Yep. They did that for one Saturday morning when it first came out. There was. I always watched TGIF because Sabrina the Teenage Witch came on TGIF with Boy Meets World, so I always watched that first.
And I can't, and the idea of them doing that now is so foreign. It's just like
kids don't have Saturday morning cartoons like they used to.
No, because they don't they do have some Saturday morning cartoons, but
they're not really Saturday morning cartoons though.
Yeah, and they don't start until fucking 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they only run
ours
2 hours.
Like 5 or 6.
Exactly 6 a.m. You had to be up and be going.
That's the thing is I lucked out and the cartoons that I liked didn't really start until 7 or 8. So Recess wasn't on until 7 and I was usually up with my bowl of Crunch Berries by then already. So we were good.
Man, it used to make me mad when I would turn on the TV and catch the last
5 minutes.
Oh, I used to be so pissed. I'd be like, no! Rest of my day's ruined.
I learned how to use the old ass, we had it was silver. It wasn't black, it was silver. And you press the eject button and it went and flipped up at one of those old ass VCRs. I learned how to set timers and record shit on that thing specifically for Transformers to make sure I never missed it.
Oh my God.
At one point,
Nerd.
hell yeah, I had every single episode of the first season of Transformers on VHS recorded. But yeah, that's the main reason. That's why I learned to use it. I knew more about that VCR than my parents did. We want to set something up. How do you do that? I'm like, oh, you go in here and you click this, that, and the other, and turn this dial. You had to turn the dial, not just a button.
Good times.
Good times. So, well, thinking back to those good times, what I tasked everyone to do was to come up with some awesome Happy Meal toys for some different movies, because there were a lot of movie tie-ins. What's funny is, and I haven't watched the episode yet, so please don't anyone say anything yet, but for April Fool's Day, they dropped the first episode of season 3 for Rick and Morty. I haven't watched it yet, but at the end of the episode, he's goes on this, and I know this just from stuff I've been seeing on Facebook and stuff. He goes on this tirade about the Szechuan sauce at McDonald's. And how they don't have it anymore. And it was a special thing that came out when Mulan came out. But yeah, so there's just these memories of things that have gone out of McDonald's, and they've had lots of, movie tie-ins and so on and so forth. So what I did was I tasked everyone with giving 2 other people, I had a random assignment, and, people gave 2 other people a movie, and they had to come up with a kid-friendly 5 toys for a movie tie-in. And like I said, we assigned these movies to other people. So with that said, would anyone like to talk about the first movie that they were assigned, who assigned them the movie, and the 5 toys that they came up with?
I'll go first.
All right, Lainey, what you got for us?
So Cy lobbed me a softball.
His words exactly in the pre-show.
Yeah. Cy was very nice to me and gave me
tell me the original movie I sent you.
Krull. And I was like, cool. I don't know what that is, so have fun.
Yeah, and I told Cy, I said, dude, if you had assigned me Kroll, I would have been like, all right, well, the first toy is the glaive in blue, and then the glaive in pink. Because there's only one thing from that movie.
I literally would have just come up with 5 random things. It would be like, this is the glowing hippity scopper, and when you
glowing hippity scopper, I remember that.
Yeah. And when you spin it like this, it flies up into the air. I just would have made up something.
Some random Matchbox toy that's got it says Kroll on the side of the van or some shit. Yeah,
exactly. I don't fucking know. I can make up shit. I got it.
Yeah.
So I was nice and was like, I don't know, just do the Little Mermaid or something. So that's what I did.
Oh, damn, that was a softball.
Yeah, I know. I was like, bitch, I got this. Pretty sure I still have some of my little Molly the dog. I'm pretty sure I still have some of my Little Mermaid toys from when I was a kid. You can't help me do this. I'm really sorry.
But
You
I'm
can't.
going to.
And then she's like, but I love you. You're my favorite. You're talking, which means you're talking to me. No, ma'am. So my first one, Molly, you're going to have to go lay down. Lay down. Sorry, guys. Molly,
Go,
You're
Molly.
all good.
Go, Molly. Go.
This is like,
go,
but I
go,
love you.
Go, go.
You haven't been home all afternoon. All right. So my first one, we're going to do Dying Ursula.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
going to be the first one. So it's going to be a little Ursula figurine. And it's going to be kind of like those toys where like you pull the string and they come upright and then you let the string go and they like fall apart. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. But there's going to be a trident.
Uh-huh.
And when you like pull the trident, she's like upright. And then when you let it go and it goes into her, like into her stomach, like in the movie, she dies and she falls apart.
Okay.
That's going to be the first one.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's kid friendly.
There
That'll
were
pass.
actual Little Mermaid toys, so I had to make sure that none of these lined up with those.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is this the girl toy or the boy toy? You know,
No
'cause
such
Oh,
thing. I don't
good
believe
boy.
in gender norms. So there's
Okay.
also there's post-wreck Eric. Now this is actually a water toy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be like Eric when he's like laying on the beach, and it's going to be that like soft rubbery material,
Mm-hmm.
and you can fill it with water, and then when you press the stomach he goes like you're trying to give him CPR.
That's actually a really good idea. I
Out
like
of his
that.
mouth. Okay, that's my second one. So my third one is Weeble Wobble Ariel, because when she first turns into a human, she can't stand for shit.
Right.
So she's in the outfit when she's on the beach when she first gets her legs, and basically she has weights, like little weights in her. Wherever you try to like stand her up, she just falls over.
Nice.
So you just like, no matter what you do, you cannot stand her up. She's just going to keep every which way but loose. So the next one is anxiety-ridden Sebastian. So Sebastian has to deal with, people don't remember this, Sebastian deals with a lot in that movie. All right. Triton is not an easy dude to work for. And he's got to watch Ariel, and she's a handful and a half. And so I just feel like he's dealing with a lot and is probably like racked with a lot of feelings. So you're going to wind him up, and he's just going to sit there and just start shaking.
So nervous breakdown version, basically.
Yes, nervous breakdown Sebastian. So, and then my last one is basically you're just going to get a bag with Ariel's 6 other sisters in there, and they're not going to do anything, just like they did in the movie.
They're just like plastic. They don't.
There's plastic.
They don't move. They're
Aquata,
nothing.
Arista, Atina, all the different ones. I used to know all their names, but yeah,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did, and they're just not going to do anything. They're just, you open the bag, you're like, cool, and that's it.
Sounds like you got a good plan there.
Pretty much.
Good job.
Got this on lock.
Cyrus, would you like to go next, or would you like me to?
I can. All right. So I didn't really follow the rules.
Ugh.
Surprise, surprise.
But I don't know what I was thinking whenever I was thinking about these Happy Meals. I was just thinking, like, what would be in a Happy Meal for this movie? It's kind of what I was thinking.
Chicken nuggets.
Okay.
So Lainey assigned Mad Max, the first Mad Max, to
Okay.
me.
That's right. I watch stuff. Parker made me watch those movies.
And
Spoiler alert.
unfortunately, I kind of was like, what the fuck do I do with Mad Max? I was like,
I thought I was being nice.
No, it was fine. It was fine.
I should have given you like full reign of like the full series.
Well, Mad Max is kind of a simple movie. It's like,
Yes, it is.
dude.
There's a dog in it.
No, that's the second one.
And the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Dude family die. Dude pissed off. Dude kill dude. Movie over. That's
True.
That's Mad Max. So I was like, what would be in a Happy Meal? It would not be a Happy Meal, by the way.
It would be a sad meal.
It would be a sad meal.
It'd be a very sad meal.
So the toys that you would have, let's see, there'd be a figure of Mel Gibson. You could pull the string and he would just cry. Sob. I was like, let me think about the movie and like what else would be in there. You'd have like a half box of sand because it seems like there's sand.
There's a lot of sand in that movie.
Yes.
Mommy, I haven't got the sand yet. All right, we'll go back this week, see if they got the sand. You're going to piss parents off so much. Let me just
That sand's going to get all in that car.
I was thinking maybe like a burned teddy bear or a burned photograph of family or something like that. An empty water bottle just because it's fucking, the
desert.
You're right. And then a wedding band and just a lone wedding band.
I guess it's the second. If it's the second one he has a dog, it's the second one that he shares the food with the dog.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't remember.
My next one is much better, but I didn't follow the rules on that one.
I'm with Ryan. What I thought of was like why you didn't just do like a lot of the cars.
Yeah,
that's I could have done just the cars, I guess.
Too easy.
Just the figures of the different people in the movie and stuff like that. A baby shoe.
A baby shoe. Oh my god.
Oh my
Mommy,
god.
what do I do with this? Don't worry about that.
What is this? Is this ketchup? What's on the?
Oh no. Oh damn.
The ketchup comes in the shoe.
Oh damn.
It's like the little paper things you put ketchup in at McDonald's, but it's
which, by the way, we're using those paper things wrong.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, "What?
What do you mean we're using them wrong? What are you
You're supposed to pull the edges apart out so it lays flat.
Did you know that?
Nobody does that.
No one does that, but apparently that's what it was used
engineered for.
Well, there's no instructions.
Exactly. That seems like something you would have to do instructions on.
Incorrectly, that we were smart enough to figure that out.
Somewhere there's an engineer that like put a bullet in his brain because he was like, God damn it, they're just everywhere he like goes. A bucket of ketchup. Exactly. Everywhere he goes, he's just like, he can't help it. His wife left him because she's like, I can't take him anywhere. He jumps up screaming, "You're doing it wrong."
Damn, this would fit into the Happy Meal perfectly. Like, we should have that as like a videotape that comes with the meal.
Oh my god, a videotape!
Like I said, I taught somebody that.
Ryan said a chicken McNugget shaped like a foot comes in it.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Oh, Ryan. No.
Have they ever done specially shaped chicken McNuggets? And is there a reason that one of the chicken McNuggets always looks like a boot?
Well, sometimes you find one that's shaped like a chicken head. I've seen that on the...
Stop. No.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump in with my first one. The first one I was assigned was actually from our buddy Jay, that of course didn't make it. But he lobbed me a softball and he gave me Shaun of the Dead. And I was like, I really had to. I had to think just a little bit about this because quite a few of these things kind of came pretty quick to me. The first one's going to be Shaun with the cricket bat, and I thought like maybe it like winds up and like spins and he like hits with the cricket bat. At first I was going to do just the cricket bat, and I thought, no, I better make it part of a toy because some people might have a problem with that. So the one that I thought was kind of genius was it's a pin. And it's got a little magnet in the tip of it. And then there's like a little, like a red blot that's kind of like see-through or whatever. And you put the pin in your pocket and the magnet of the red stays on the front. So people wouldn't go, "You've got red on you."
I'm so stupid.
The next one I thought of was Ed playing the game. And like, so you like put the little button on it and it like makes lots of lights and sound or whatever, so you can yell him, "Ed."
My head is light. I like it.
So that was the third one, was Ed playing the game. Then of course there's going to be a wind up walking zombie. You just do the little wind up and it kind of goes back and forth and walks.
Obviously. And
then the other one, that I was like, okay, what's the last thing I'm gonna do? And I thought, okay, it's gonna be it's gonna be a little disc shooter. So it's gonna come with like this little plastic or like foam disc or whatever, and you put it in Sean's arm and you pull it back and he throws the disc for the part when he's throwing and of course they'll be black so they look like records that they're throwing at the zombies. I thought that was kind of good too.
Cute.
So that was my first movie toy. So
Yours are more reasonable, I think, than
Yeah, yours are things that people would actually put in Happy Meal toys.
Yes.
We're deranged.
Not an empty bloody baby shoe.
That was partially my fault. I don't remember which Mad Max is which because, spoiler alert, I didn't really
The
want to watch
softball
them.
would have been to throw him Fury Road because then he could have just done some fucking awesome ass
Cars.
like I would have probably gone to McDonald's and gotten Happy Meals just for those. Those would have been
I didn't
great.
see Fury Road.
a softball would have been anything with Batman. That would have been
True.
I
That
didn't
would have
even
been.
think about Batman
I would have cakewalked through this.
because I wanted to do something that didn't already have McDonald's toys.
I appreciate it though.
I
It's
tried.
good to think outside the box.
Yeah, give the Happy Meal box.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Lainey, what's your what was the second movie you were assigned?
So I was assigned another movie, and I don't know if Eugene wants me to talk about it here. But
No, I want you to please share
Okay.
with what the original movie was and why you decided not to go with it.
Our good friend Jay
Mm-hmm.
assigned me Schindler's List, and I decided that no, I was not going to do that.
Hey Jay, I love you.
Yeah,
love
I don't.
you, Jay.
I just can't do Holocaust jokes.
Hashtag no Jay.
No. So yeah, I can't do Holocaust jokes. That's just not.
It
something-
might be a hard sell.
It's not
it
something
might
that
be.
I am able to do. There are things that I can't.
Well,
make
not with that attitude.
There are things that I am unable to make jokes about just as a human, and that's one of them. So
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I was like, nope, sorry, I can't do it. So instead, because today is April 8th, and April 8th is a very special day, it's Rex Manning Day. Happy
Oh my
Rex
God,
Manning
you did
Days.
not.
I did. So I made up Empire Records themed Happy Meal toys because I will use literally any excuse to plug my favorite movie. So buckle up.
you are to Empire Records as I am to Clue. That's
Seriously, I love this movie. I think it speaks on a lot of levels, and I love it, and I think everybody should see it.
Is the thing we talked about earlier is that one of the toys? The little Renee Zellweger with the
No, but I did think about that, about a Gina. No, so I did really think about that. I was like, that might be a little inappropriate because her outfit was going to pop off and she was just going to have the apron on. So, no, I did a Deb with pop-off hair. So you have a little Deb figurine and she's kind of sullen. And then you press the button on her back and her hair pops off and it's just the shaved head.
right.
And then I did Speed Freak Corey when she like goes off on like her speed tangent.
Mm-hmm.
And you wind her up and she just like her arms kind of go out and she starts like knocking over whatever she's around and just spinning really, 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 really fast.
Okay.
And then there's one that's just a bag of quarters and super glue.
Oh, parents are going to hate the hell out of you.
You're welcome. And then there's Headbanging Mark, which again, this is another wind up toy. You're going to wind it up and his little head is going to go like that up and down really fast. And he's going to have a little thing in his feet where he like spins around. So he's going to headbang around.
Lord.
So you can play your own guar at home if you want to. It's up to you.
There you go. Yeah.
Guar
not included in the Happy Meal.
Music, but yes. But yeah. So then there's another one. Okay, I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but when I was a kid, McDonald's did this thing called Hit Clips.
Yes. I know
Yeah,
what
and
you're
it was
talking
like
about.
a little like early MP3 player, and you could like clip it to like your shirt or whatever, and it played
Had
like
like
a portion.
one song or
Yes,
yeah.
it played a portion of a song. So we're gonna do something kind of similar to that, and it's going to be a tape made for you by Eddie for educational purposes.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna have like different songs from the movie on it. Because these kids need the education. So, and then last but not least, this isn't a toy, but I thought it was fitting with the movie. You're going to have the option in your Happy Meal to substitute your side for a special dessert. And it's going to be Eddie's brownies made from his special recipe. And you know what that means. extra sugar.
Oh.
Again,
I've
guar
only
not
seen the
included.
movie once. I had to stop and think. I was like, what?
Made with my special recipe, and you know what that means.
Uh-huh.
I love that movie. So yeah, that's going to be your Empire Records Happy Meal toys.
I was gonna say, is Colorado the only one that's gonna have that toy in
I hope
particular?
so.
Or
Colorado's so cool. Yes. But yeah,
I want the special brownie. Sorry, that's only in Colorado.
sorry, folks.
All right, Cyrus. What was the second movie you were assigned?
All right. So, again, I didn't follow the rules here. What I decided to do.
Shocker.
Shut up, goddammit. What I decided to do, and I'm sorry about that guy, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Was the movie is Pulp Fiction. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I
was
assigned
hoping
Cyrus.
someone was going to do Pulp Fiction.
This was a good one.
That's
And
what I
appreciate-
assigned Cyrus.
Perfect.
I appreciate that. So, what I decided to do was I've created 3 custom Happy Meals. There's 3 different Happy Meal variations. The entire Happy Meal is themed around a character from Pulp Fiction.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So, the first one is the Butch.
Nervous already.
And the Butch comes with a toy. It's a really nice orange ball that you can play with however you choose to. It comes with the little apparatus, which you can figure out what to do with. It's flavored, so that's good.
But it is.
There's also
What
a
is this,
toy.
Mommy? It's a slingshot. It's a slingshot.
Mine tastes like cinnamon. There's a toy samurai sword that comes in the box. Pretty cool. Kids will love that.
Mhm.
Lots of fun. The food, you get Pop-Tarts. I don't know if you get that. Okay. In the movie, he goes back to his apartment. He puts the Pop-Tarts in the toaster, discovers the gun. Vincent's in the bathroom. Vincent opens the door. They're staring at each other. He's holding the gun at him, and the Pop-Tarts pop up, and he shoots him. Pop-Tarts. Never mind.
Pop-Tarts. I got that.
Okay, thank you.
I've only seen that movie once.
You also get a gold watch, which never mind. It's going nowhere. And a pack of Red Apple cigarettes. No filter.
No filter.
Oh my God. Did you even look at the rules?
I disregarded your rules.
Obviously.
The next Happy Meal is the Jewels. And the Jewels comes with a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a box, it's a suitcase. You open it up, and there's a wallet inside that says "Bad Motherfucker" on it.
Obviously. Duh.
There's also a miniature Bible with certain passages highlighted that you might find useful. For food, you get a Big Kahuna burger and a large Sprite.
Oh, Cyrus. You are so
The last one is the
stupid.
Vincent Vega. The Vincent Vega comes with your choice of a Royale with cheese or a Le Big Mac.
Uh-huh.
The Big Mac.
You get a dance trophy from Jackrabbit Slims. You also get a complimentary $5 milkshake, which can be either Martin and Lewis or Amos and Andy, depending on how you feel. There's also for reading material a book, which this one you're not going to get. It's called Modesty Blaze novel, which Vincent was reading a couple times in the movie. And then, of course, you get a toy red convertible 1964 Chevy Malibu with a scratch down the side.
Oh my God.
So I feel
I
as
love
though
it.
I've gone. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, I feel like this is dying. I feel like I've
No, I think that was really good. I think that was really smart. That was a good time to go outside of the box. That was smart. I'm into
Brian
it.
wants to know why there was no.
I like Laney. Laney's my friend.
I appreciate Pulp Fiction. That was good.
Yeah.
And I hate Quentin Tarantino, but
What?
it's too much. I don't
Lady's
do
my
like
friend
blood.
now.
Yeah, I don't do blood, but I enjoyed Pulp Fiction
All right.
because it's just
Like
a
I
good
said,
movie.
Ryan was asking, no syringe toy.
Well, the syringe
No
was. I
syringe
was saving
toy.
it for the Mia Wallace, but I decided to back off on that one because it's a little much, I think. So,
Fun fact:
I'm-
I saw that scene for the first time when I was 6 because
I
my
know.
dad was watching it. And
How did you absorb that?
Not well. My dad I think was like watching it in the living room, and I couldn't sleep because I was hearing all this stuff coming from the living room.
Falling down.
And I got up and was going to go into the living room to like get my mom or something, and that's what was happening on the screen. And I was just like standing in the hallway, like watching, just like it was bad. It was not. I was not a happy camper.
I could see that.
Yeah, I was like, oh God, like what is this? So I didn't watch it again for a really long time.
I'm cell processing. Remember that movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
Yeah.
What would you put in that? A can of Coke, right? What did he want for breakfast? He was trying to order something for breakfast he couldn't get. At
I don't
McDonald's.
remember. I've only seen that movie once, so my memory's not great on it.
Damn it. We'll have to do research on this.
Yeah.
We won't, but we'll have to. But we won't.
Like obviously, like the instead of the traditional box, like make the box look like a suitcase, because I know he was carrying a suitcase around. So
was it a suitcase or a briefcase?
oh, I'm sorry, briefcase. My apologies. Yeah, make it look like a briefcase. So
Yeah, there's a difference between a suitcase and a
you're
briefcase.
right. There is. I'm
There is
sorry.
a
This might
difference
ex-
between a
This might
suitcase and a
explain why you didn't
briefcase.
get that job you were trying to get. I don't know what the problem was. I walked in, I have a suitcase. You had a suitcase? Well, yeah.
Yeah, suitcase. Obviously a suitcase.
Obviously.
I had my tie tied around my back. I was like, I'm a business person.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's all good.
Business.
I'm a very serious businessman with my suitcase and my tie.
I sit down. I'm here to business.
That's something I would do.
This says that you have all the degrees.
Every single one of them. Some of them twice.
All of the degrees.
You're like, yes, you're smoking like on a pipe. You're about to light.
Oh my, yes, literally just pull out a pipe just in
Mine
the
would
middle
be
of
like one of those bubble ones. It's like orange and green.
oh, that's even better.
Oh my
Exactly, that's even better.
You're just blowing it.
Well, the second movie that I was assigned was from Lainey. She actually gave me a choice between two movies, and she gave me either Family Vacation or Christmas Vacation, and I went with Christmas Vacation because I'm a little more familiar with it. I've seen.
I didn't know which one Eugene had seen more of, so I wanted
more
to be
times.
nice.
Yeah. The first thing I came up with is not necessarily a toy, but I mean, because some of the things that they come in is they say it's a toy, but it's not like you can really play with it or whatever. But it's gonna be the little clear moose head cup that you put the eggnog in. So I thought that would be a good one.
I love that. They sell those.
Oh yeah. I think William had them at his Christmas party. So
Genius.
the next one's going to be it's going to be him on the sled, on the little spinner sled, and you pull it back
The
and
saucer?
it goes. Yeah, the saucer sled.
Ah.
I thought that would be a fun one. So
Like the
at first I was
wheels
thinking about
underneath.
making it a top and just like so you could spin it, but my partner at work was like, no, you should make it where the pullback and goes. I'm
And
like,
then
oh,
it
that's
goes. Oh,
yeah,
I
that's a better idea.
love shit.
The next one I thought of is it's the burned up Santa Claus with the reindeer, and it goes on a little catapult thing, and you pull it back, and then it shoots.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
And then there's going to be we have to have the Winnebago. The Winnebago.
Oh yeah.
A toy. And then the last one that I came up with was it's going to be the house, and you push a light on the side of it, and it has this blinding ass LED in it that just makes it bright as all shit. And I thought that would be a good Happy Meal to get for Christmas Vacation. So
And it doesn't work as soon as someone else looks at it.
like it's got a randomizer in there, so like every third time you push it, the light doesn't come on. That's better.
Wow.
Oh God. My father used to make so many jokes about that movie when he would do the Christmas lights every year. My dad would actually stand in the yard and go, "Joy to the world." He's a crazy person.
See, I work. It's not like I'd put a huge amount of time into it, but I'm usually tired and it's late when I'm getting it done. So I don't want to jinx myself by even trying to do that because I'm like,
No,
I know what's going to happen.
He was nuts. He would go crazy all out. He built me a reindeer paddock one year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was real reindeer or
No, I wish. No, I'm a horse person. So he made them because we had the little like the light up reindeer that like moved, and so he made them a paddock. So it was like I was bringing in the reindeer every night, just like I did with the horse. So,
Aw.
yeah, it was pretty cute. Actually, it was a really cute little Christmas display that we had.
Brian brought up, what would you do for Titanic?
well, first of all, the box
A
is
whistle.
shaped like the box is shaped like the Titanic and it breaks in half. So
that's actually really, I like that. That's good.
I would do a whistle.
right. Inside you find a whistle. Okay. How about the little blue
The car. You have to have the car.
Oh yeah, with the
sex car?
handprint on
With
the side.
the little sex car. Yeah.
The sex car. You like wind it up and it shakes.
Oh, I know. A door that just has Rose on it, and it looks like she's crying, but there's still plenty of room on it for gas.
That's what Cell Processing said. He said, "In a Jack and Rose floats on the tub with letting go action." But I like your idea too. If it's just her.
Fuck, it's just her, even though that door. Fuck Rose. God damn it.
Fucking bitch.
Somebody did the math though, I think. Somebody actually like studied like the buoyancy and like the physics of it, and something about like with like the added weight to like the surface area, something. They were like, no, like they actually would have both died. I don't care. She should have at least tried to get them on there. Rose didn't have a degree in physics.
Anything.
Yeah, so I don't know how she knew that other than she was just being a selfish bitch.
What makes me mad in that movie is the scene where they show like, oh, look at this great life she had. And like, oh, here she is riding the horses. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. every time
it's infuriating.
It is.
He's ridiculous. I've actually that movie came out when I was in elementary school, I think. But everyone saw it like a million times. Like all of my friends have seen it like
I may
times.
have watched it more than a few times.
I have seen it 1.5 times, and I didn't see it until I was in college.
I'm gonna say I'm putting myself out there when I say this. Okay,
go for it.
I watched that movie 4 times in the theater.
That's okay. That's the thing, though. When it came out, it was a huge deal. I was just too young to see it, and I remember my parents asking me if I wanted to watch it, and I said no because I knew I was going to be sad because I already knew what happened. And I didn't like watching movies that made me sad.
What if it was different the next time, though? I mean, you know, like you watch it, you're like, what if this time they make it?
But yeah, so when I did finally watch it, like I remember starting to watch it. I was in college and I was at a friend's house and we started watching it. And I was like, well, I gotta go. And I like rushed home to finish watching it because I knew I was gonna cry.
What a
I
sad
needed to
movie.
be alone to cry with my
What a sad movie.
Okay, but Sai, when you watched it, were you watching it for the love story or were you watching it for the badass visuals and special effects that he did in that movie? Because
no, I was
that
not watching
movie
it.
Was phenomenally filmed.
I was not watching it for the love story. I was watching it. I watched it with different people. Like I didn't watch it just the same people or just me 4 times. I watched it. Somebody's like, well, I've never seen it. And I'm like, oh, well, we should go see it. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh.
So I watched it 4 times.
Gone and seen. I think I saw Jurassic World once with another person, then like the other 3 times just me.
Jurassic World's really good.
Okay, I saw Jurassic
and I needed dinosaurs
like 8 times in the movie theater because
I don't even think I was in elementary school. I don't even think I was school age yet when Jurassic Park came out, so I didn't have the option of doing that. But I watched it a lot when it came on TV.
Yeah, I watched that movie a ton of times in the theater, and then I watched Men in Black a ton of times in the movie theater.
I still haven't seen Men
Okay, you don't have to see the second one. I never saw the third one.
I'm not going to see the second one, but everyone has always told me I should see
But
the first
you should
one.
see the first one. The first one is actually really funny.
That's what I've heard. I don't have anything against it. It's just one of those that when it came out, I was a little too young for it.
Does it hold up still?
I've heard.
That's a good question. I don't see why it wouldn't. I
I don't
mean,
know.
Will Smith was
that was back when Will Smith was really in his character. So that's the only reason I ask is because Will Smith used to do this bit where he would always be like, "Welcome to Earth," and like I'm Will Smith, and that
But
Western
you have
movie he
Tommy
made.
Lee Jones to basically put him in his place the entire time, and
that's
he was
true.
fucking awesome. I love that movie to this
There's
day.
a Tommy Lee Jones movie that no one has seen, but it's him and he's like playing a like detective or something for like the UT cheerleaders. Stupid movie, but he's fucking hilarious in it. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Man to the House or something. I don't know. Go watch it though, because it's so dumb and it's so poorly written, but it's worth it just because he is so Tommy Lee Jones in it, and I love it.
Cool.
It's Tommy Lee Jones, but with a Texas accent.
Did y'all know Tommy Lee Jones is from the town next to where I grew up?
Really?
Yeah, you told me that one time.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's sweet.
I don't know if he still does it, but he used to always go and hang out at this little like coffee shop there, and like
That's cute.
yeah,
I love that. Did you know?
everybody loved Tommy Lee Jones.
Speaking of Texas people, did you know Matthew McConaughey has his childhood dining room table in his house?
really?
In his foyer. He has that. He has his mom's like spoon collection, which that's a very East Texas thing. And he also has like his dad's like lazy boy.
I like Matthew McConaughey, except that he's a Redskins fan. And
I don't know anything about any of that, and I don't care. He also has an outdoor shower, and I want one of those. And a saltwater pool. I want one of those.
Do you want an outdoor shower, or do you want his outdoor shower?
I'm not as attracted to him as I used to be now that I'm a grown-up lady, but his outdoor shower looks pretty cool. It looks like a jungle back there. It's nice.
I want that swimming pool in that commercial where he turns around and
The infinity pool?
Yeah.
I don't like infinity pools. They freak me out.
They're
not really infinite.
I mean,
just
shut up.
I don't. She's over there like going like this.
Like
Water. I understand. Sorry.
It's like the gauntlet. It's like the infinity gauntlet.
I know, right?
But it's
All right. Well, that is our show for the lady. Oh God, I can't talk. That's our show for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm still flustered from all the freaking technical problems we had at the beginning of the show. So, by the way, everyone in the chat room,
correct.
Thanks for finding the new link that came up and everything.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was really
Glad everyone joined us. It's always fun having the chat room. Hopefully, I'll have the technical issue solved. But in any case, let's move into our picks and pans for the week. Would anyone like to go first?
Me.
Oh shit!
All right, what's yours?
I'm really excited about my pick this week.
Okay,
So my pick, actually, can I have two picks?
sure. Why not?
Cool.
Maybe.
So my
Maybe.
first pick, shut up. My first pick is it's actually a hashtag, which makes me feel like a jackass, but stick with me through it. I promise it's going to get good. So Chris Pratt, I follow Chris Pratt on Instagram, and he is doing this thing on his Instagram because I guess he's having to like really hardcore diet for Jurassic World 2. And he's doing a thing called What's My Snack? And it's the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen. Basically, it's him in like a hunger-induced daze being like, look at this great snack. I'm so excited. And now he does like, he sings about it and he does different styles. He did a rap about a carrot cake muffin and it was amazing. Like, it's so funny. And I feel like I get it now. I understand. Like, it's just like the fun, like in one of them, he says something about, he's like, eating is no longer the fun part. Flexing my butt cheeks in the mirror is now the fun part. And I'm like, I get that on like a spiritual level. Like, I understand. But it's so fucking, God, he's so funny. But he just did another one where he got like, I guess his cheat meal for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just losing his goddamn mind. Like, the man is hilarious.
He is funny as shit.
And half the time he's like, this is my snack for tomorrow. Hee hee hee. Like, it's really good.
I need to follow him on Instagram.
You really should. He's so funny. But that's my
and
first.
he's so hot, right?
I mean, he's a good-looking dude. That's actually not why I like him, but I love Chris Pratt. He's so funny. I loved him as Andy Dwyer. I love him.
Oh
He's a
yeah,
cool dude.
Andy was awesome, and then
Yeah.
He's
You
just-
ever watch the outtakes, like the behind the scenes stuff from
Yes.
Parks and Rec?
Yes.
You know that scene in like I think the first season where he shows back up to Anne's house naked? He was actually naked.
really.
Yeah,
He almost got fired for it.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
One of my favorite gifts that I know sometimes we, do, on the back channel chat is that one of where it's zooming in of him in the meeting, and he's doing the he's just like, I love. God, that is funny. He is a hilarious dude. He's another one of those guys that oh God, what's his name? Played Kevin in the new Ghostbusters. Thor. Chris Hemsworth. He's in that level. He's like, dude, seriously, man, quit. Like, you're fucking funny. You're smart. You're a good looking dude. Like, leave something for the rest of us, okay?
No.
Like, seriously. So,
no listening. I won't.
Yeah, he's in that area. Cyrus, what's your picker? Oh,
I have a second one.
Oh, that's right. You had a second one. My apologies.
This will be really fast. I as everybody knows, I love Disney stuff. But I just found a new Disney podcast. It's really, really good. And it's put out by the same guys that do another podcast that I've mentioned on the show. So the brothers that do Wedway Radio, one of them branched out with a Disney author that I really enjoy, Kevin Quigley, and they now have a show called the 3028, and it's all like random little history shows, and they do these listery shows, which I really like, where they're like these are our top. Like they did one called that was attractions that aren't actually attractions. It's like things that you go and do at the parks that aren't an actual attraction, but they're really awesome and super fun. So I've been binge listening to that all week, and it's been really, really good. So if you like Disney things, go check them out. They're really, really cool. So I love it. Plus I want them to be like, hey, Lainey, do you want to be on the show? And I'll be like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, reach out to them. It's not like,
I know, I really should. I really should. So, but yeah, 3028 and hashtag what's my snack. Just if you go check that out for nothing else, just look at his carrot cake muffin wrap. It's so good.
What's my snack? Okay, got it.
Hashtag what's my snack.
Cyrus, what's your picker pan for the week?
My pick would be E.T. for the Atari 2600.
I'm about to go in my fucking closet and dig it out. I've got it's literally sitting right
the
there.
The one that's not buried in the desert.
5 feet away from me. Yeah.
No, my pick would be getting my fucking voice back. My voice went out. Yeah, it went out for about a week, and it was extremely painful to even talk. And it's not perfect, obviously. My voice will never be perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. So I'm glad to be able to speak at length again. I like to do things at length. But anyway, glad to be back. Glad to be doing videos. Glad to be talking to you guys again. And I'm glad I showed up today so I can see my other pick, which is Lainey with makeup.
Hey, this is a thing I do to my face.
With the
face.
I just remembered another pick that I had. Lainey brought up the Where is Richard Simmons or Missing Richard Simmons podcast.
And I made you listen to a bunch of it.
Yeah, like I listened to most of it with her and then ended up finishing it. It's only 6 episodes long, and the dude explains why. It's actually really interesting to find out all this stuff about him, and then to find out everything that happened, that he just dropped off, and there's no clear 100% conclusion, but there kind of is. So, but yeah, if you get a chance, and it, like I said, they're only like 6 half-hour episodes, so I mean, it's not like it's going to eat up a ton of time. Go check it out. It's definitely worth listening to.
It's so good.
It's very well produced. I will say that.
Oh yeah.
My other pick for the week is so when Lainey and I were at AggieCon, I got to talking to this guy about 3D printing, and he brought up this service called
AggieCon.
AggieCon.
What is that?
AggieCon.
Yes, it was in Bryan College Station, being right there next to
Texas A&M, home of the Fighting Texas Aggies.
So it's a convention for Aggies.
Well, it was there. It wasn't for Aggies. So let me show you.
Well, aren't you supposed to name your convention after what your convention is?
You would think so, but that's not the case.
Oh, but it's the Aggies.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so funny story, and I don't know if I told this on the last episode or not. So I'm like, we get there, and I'm like, okay, well, there's not really a lot of places close to eat, so I'm like, oh, I'll just get something in the concession stand, whatever. So I'm like, Lainey, what do you want? I'll go grab us something because we're working the Geek Fest booth, and I'm looking and looking, and I cannot find the fucking concession stand, and I'm like, where the hell is the concession stand? So I literally had to ask one of the workers. I'm like, well, where is it? So they pull out the map and they're like, oh, it's over here. And I'm like, oh, so it's behind. It's the back door. Okay. So I go out the back door, and this is being held at the Bryan College Station Expo Center. So we're in like the main building where there's like a main room for the vendors and the artists, and then the room next to us is for like board gaming, and the room next to that is like for video gaming. But there's doors that lead out into this breezeway, and the breezeway is literally like where people are, you can bring in and like let off cattle and stuff, because you literally walk across the breezeway to where the active rodeo is going on, and there's where the concession stand is. So
wow,
fun stuff.
So I don't know that you could be much more redneck. Like, I'm trying to imagine.
So literally, Cyrus, I'm standing in line to get myself a corn dog and get Lainey, I think, Frito pie. But the young lady it's currently ordering is she's wearing some kind of a really geeky t-shirt. I don't even know what it was, and like had her hair and pigtails or whatever, because she was kind of being an anime character, whatever. Okay. Behind her and in front of me are two legit cowboys. And I mean like Wranglers, the hats, the boots, the whole get up. And then there's me, dressed as a Ghostbuster. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, at AggieCon, I get to talking to this guy about 3D printing. He brings up this thing called Astro Print. He's like, dude, it's awesome. You can set it up on a Raspberry Pi, and it'll do all this cool stuff. So I bought a Raspberry Pi. I was getting that set up and getting that ready to go. And then, unfortunately, my printer is not supported yet. I contacted the company. They're in the process of trying to get that worked out so that it has support. And I'm like, well, it's not a total loss because there are other things I can do with this Raspberry Pi. So what I'm currently working on is turning it into a Retro Pi. Yes, I know it's not going to everything, exactly like the original console did it. But man, I have to say, with the user interface, and I bought two really cheap USB like Super Nintendo looking controllers. I'm actually going to be doing. I'm going to be making a custom 3D printed case, which I'll be doing a video on that on the new show that we just started. A little bit more about that in a second. But I mean, it won't run it will run some N64 games, but like sometimes it chugs on them, or the audio isn't there, or in some cases it just like collapsed and died. But so up to about N64, like below N64 levels, this thing rocks, man. Like you could do a ton of stuff with it, and I'm really enjoying playing with it. And the fact that it's super cheap and there's a lot of stuff you can do with it, like I said, but I'm going to turn it into a mini console that I can put in the living room so I can sit there and play games with my boys. They're getting to the point where they're like, Daddy, can you find a Ghostbuster game? Daddy, can you find a game that all three of us can play? And unfortunately, playing on the NES Classic, that's not possible. So I'm like, dude, I can get some games like Bomberman on the Super Nintendo. I can throw that on there. We can play three people all at once. It will play some main games. It will play some arcade stuff, but it's very picky about it. But the 3-player Ghostbuster game that was in the arcade, it will play that. So there, I guarantee you, I'm gonna have that thing on there because the boys would love playing a Ghostbuster game with Daddy. I think the fact just being able to play three people at the same time is gonna blow their mind. So. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm still figuring out a lot of the stuff. Like I just figured out you have to go into the controller, even though it's got 4 USB ports on it and it says it will register 4 controllers. You have to go into the Super Nintendo, go into the settings, and set controller 2 to be the multi-tap for it to actually find the 3 and 4 player controllers. But they work. I got NBA Jam working, no problem. So it's a lot of fun. I'm really glad I bought this thing. Like I said, there's some other things you can do with it that I'm kind of looking at, and hopefully I can get the whole Astro Print thing running. But for now, I'm really having a lot of fun playing with this thing. It's a blast, and I mean, it's not like it's games that I haven't played or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So, That is our show for the week, ladies and gentlemen. If
I had a pan.
you're listening to us, what?
Sai has a pan.
I had a pan.
Oh,
Sai has a
what was it?
pan.
What is your pan?
I had a pan. Damn it!
Sorry.
This is for you, Ryan. I'd like to express my frustration and my disappointment that we've gone another show without Sting. I don't know what we have to do. How many times do we have to mention his name every show?
I guess.
For Sting to
every move we make and every breath we take, he's not watching us.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Do we need to send him a message in a bottle?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
What?
Because we're so lonely.
Maybe if we turned on a red light.
I don't think you have to put on the red lights.
All right, I'm going to cut you off right there.
This can go on for a really long time.
Watch 2017.
With my knowledge of police songs, like
yeah. So like I was saying, if you're listening to us on iTunes, please give us a 5-star review or Stitcher or Google Music. If you're watching us on YouTube, definitely, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up on the episode. That would definitely help us out. Check out some of the other shows that we have going. We have the Marginally Geeky Show. That's our book club that does once a month. We're currently reading Felicia Day's You're Never Weird on the Internet. We have Epic Rhythm and Brews. We just had an episode drop here pretty soon about that.
And it's super good. Check it out.
Lainey did a good job with it, I have to say. And then, of course, we got Sai and Picky Old Gamer Show, Game Rambling. They actually recorded one last night. I got to listen to it. They were talking about the Xbox. Oh my
Scorpio.
God. Scorpio, yeah.
I was going to say
Scorpio.
360 because that's the last Xbox I remember.
This is the official symbol of the Scorpio.
I think it should be. Yeah. So, and then I recently started a new show, Epically Geeky Makers. Hopefully my friend Ray is going to jump in on that, and we're going to start doing some cool stuff with that. So that being said, you can definitely find us on our website, epicallygeeky.com. You can find all the links to get to all the shows and everything else. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well, at Epically Geeky. Where can we find you, Cyrus Martin?
Pretty much just epicallygeeky.com. I don't think you really need to ask me that anymore. That's pretty much.
You could also pimp out your Twitter account.
Oh,
I always pimp out my show.
Yeah, at Cyrus Martin. I mean, come on. Like, you should know that by now, people. Like, what are you, stupid? No, I'm just kidding.
That's a great way to get in touch with those people, Sai. Good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Good call.
Where can we find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at It's a Laney Bird, and you can also find me over on the Marginally Geeky podcast, as well as Epic Rhythm and Brews. And like Eugene said, go check out this latest episode. It was really fun, actually. We had a really good time, and I finally get into the story that I've been teasing since we started the show. So it's pretty worth it.
Can you give me makeup tips on one of these shows sometime?
Yes, I will teach you how to do your eyebrows. I'm really good at those.
Oh, my eyebrows are so bad. They're so bad.
It's on fleek.
See, I need to
I hate that I just said that.
shave these some back.
Don't shave your
I'm not shave, but
eyebrows.
trim back.
Shave the lines in them. Remember that?
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God, yes.
I have the good, the nice eyebrow tweezers. I'll come over there and.
No.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No.
It doesn't hurt that much, you big baby.
That
I did my
much.
eyebrows last night.
I'm not a girl. I don't do that shit.
I'll tell you what. I'll hit you in the face every time I do one, and we'll see which one hurts more.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good time.
You won't even know I'm tweezing your eyebrows.
Normally I support your ideas, but
But this one I super support.
I'm behind this 110%. And then you can find my individual wacky adventure online at Optimus Gene on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For everyone on the site, have a good night.